Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for episode 3 of the Alliance Wrestling League. Now, earlier in the week, Sky Felton, general manager, announced that there will be a number 1 contenders match tonight between Christopher James and AJ Morgan to determine the first challenger for ADT's heavyweight championship. But up next, we will hear from our AWL heavyweight champion ADT as he plans to address the AWL fans. And oh my god, that is some new music. I still can't believe that this man is our inaugural AWL heavyweight champion. And here comes the champion. What the fuck is he wearing? We are now on day 7 of ADT's championship reign since he basically stole the AWL heavyweight championship, but let's hear what the champion has to say.
Now, it has come to my attention that after my remarks last week, I ruffled some feathers. Had some people bitching in the back. And now, General Manager Sky Felton has announced a number 1 contender match for my AWL Heavyweight Championship. Now, seeing that I beat these 2 men in the past 2 weeks, I really don't think I should be defending my title at all. Hell, as a matter of fact, I don't understand why AJ Morgan is getting another shot to even attempt to challenge for this title. I mean, hell, after all, he lost the Iron Man match. And hell, he's still living in the shadows of his brother. I don't see why he is still...
Wait a minute. Oh boy, we're starting off early. Ladies and gentlemen, the man that he beat last week, AJ Morgan, you can already tell by that stare, he has a couple words he'd like to say to ADT. Some stuff he has to get off his chest.
I feel these changes embrace me. You bring the west from within me.
Of course, you're gonna talk about my brother, even though I'm the one who almost won that. I had you submitted, pinned. You had to cheat your way to victory.
At the end of the day, who the fuck has the title?
The wrong person.
Almost only counts in hand shoes.
Hand shoes? What the fuck is hand shoes?
I don't give a fuck about your almost. You really think that you deserve another shot at this title over a man who held his own way better than you?
Held his own. I was beating you. He couldn't even get you pinned.
Oh, those are some fighting words. Now we await the arrival of Christopher James.
Yeah, when I grow up, you know what I want to be.
Now, ADT also beat Christopher James, but it was a well-received match by the fans.
I admit the lyrics are weak. I've been working on them, I'll be good eventually. I understand you got to crawl before you get to your feet, but I've been running for a while, they ain't ready for me.
And here he is, Christopher James, sporting some new threads. Oh my goodness, that is super clean.
Who's this coming from? The guy who couldn't pin him for that? The guy who didn't make him tap out? You're kidding me.
This is someone coming from someone who is a former champion.
I don't give a damn about your history. I give a damn about the present.
The present is, come tonight, your ass will be pinned. 1, 2, 3.
Boys!
You back yourself up.
Boys! Hello? I don't give a fuck who wins tonight. Because at the end of the day, this championship will remain around my waist. I don't give a fuck if it's you. I don't give a damn if it's you. Because at the end of the day, champ isn't spelled with 5 letters. It's spelled with 3. And you 2 dickwads, you know.
Oh my goodness, he gave himself a catchphrase. But folks, later on in this episode, we will see Christopher James take on. Wait, what the hell's going on here? Oh my God, folks, we're having technical. Well, folks, I don't know what the fuck just happened there. We lost control of the camera, but AJ Morgan will be taking on Christopher James up next. And that match is starting right now. Let's get it underway.
I just wanna pay my bills. Never about the way I feel. I just wanna make a couple mil. Leave it to the fans.
Now, 2 weeks ago, Christopher James had a damn good match against the now champion ADT. And he's looking to try to become the #1 contender for the AWL Heavyweight Championship. Here is Christopher James.
When I grow up,
Debuting some new gear today, folks.
Make 'em notice me. I'm like poetry. Everything I oversee.
And now making his way to the backyard, it is the man who should be the AWL Heavyweight Champion, AJ Morgan, makes his way to the backyard.
I feel these changes embrace me. You bring the west from within me. I know this pain is unnatural. Nothing is casual.
Now, folks, once again, our referee Tristan.
Ready?
Getting this match underway, let's get it started. Collar and elbow tie up into a headlock by AJ Morgan, into a hammerlock of some sorts by Christopher James, and a clothesline down. Now pulls him up by the hair, hits him hard to the head, and another strike to the top of the head. Now Christopher James really probably should have been facing AJ Morgan last week in that Iron Man match. But alas, now AJ Morgan has that hammerlock locked in tight, and he goes into the chokehold just for Christopher James to kind of walk right through the chokehold. And a nice little takedown by AJ Morgan puts it. Oh my God! Those are some killer forearms to the top of the head. Christopher James isn't even able to. I think Christopher James might be out right now, folks. Some of those looked a lot harder than what they normally are as he pulls him up by his hair one more time. And now AJ Morgan starts a chop war. Apparently, AWL loves their chops, folks. Back and forth action between AJ Morgan and Christopher James, and Christopher James gets flatlined onto the mat. Ducks under with a clothesline. And now we start to see Christopher James work that body once again. Starting off with the arms. Rolling them over, really working. Rubs his left leg. And a DDT to the leg. Hyperextending that knee of AJ Morgan. And a stomp to the foot. You gotta love how Christopher James is always on the attack of a body part in some way, shape, or form. And a couple hits to the head. Now they're exchanging. Both men exchanging. Christopher James. Now AJ Morgan. Back to Christopher James. Back to AJ Morgan, drops him to a knee. And an uppercut from Christopher James. It looks like both men have really picked up a lot in their both matches. A pinfall 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Good stop of the count by our referee Tristan. And a rolling senton onto the left leg of AJ Morgan. And now he's going to start working the ankle in a submission. Kind of a different way to work that ankle lock, but works nonetheless, and he spikes it down to the mat very aggressively. And we're seeing a little bit more of the aggressive side of Christopher. Oh, spoke too soon as Christopher James gets laid down by AJ Morgan. And another clothesline knocking him down. Now, folks, we're looking, and he goes for the arm breaker as he winds up again on the wrist lock, and he sits down with it, snapping that arm of Christopher James down. And folks, it's starting to look rough for Christopher James. As we all know, AJ Morgan has that crossface. And here he is winding that arm up once again into a hammerlock. And then he starts to work the neck. And he goes in to the full Nelson that Big Country got him in 2 weeks ago. And Christopher James struggling. Christopher James almost, he broke through somehow. I don't know if it's because of the sweat from these two men or what, but Christopher James kind of just slid out of there. And oh my God, some quick right hands, some quick lefts from Christopher James. What is he going to do? Oh my God, he hits him with a splash. Normally, Christopher James would be hitting the high-risk move. Oh, and a better frog splash that time. Normally, Christopher James tends to, and working that hand again. And oh my God, just hitting the hand of AJ Morgan. Maybe, folks, that's why he released that full Nelson so quick. Maybe it's because he's been working the hand this whole matchup, folks. And Christopher James hits a DDT, hoping to halt the momentum.
Getting overtime.
And now Christopher James picks up Morgan, wondering what's going to happen next. He goes for the Superman punch. And a super kick. What the hell? Can we please get someone in the back to work on these glitches? What the hell is going on? That is the third time now. But AJ Morgan just connected cleanly with that super kick to Christopher James. And he's grabbing the arm, looking for a little bit of an arm bar action. Christopher James struggling to get out. But Christopher James is actually, that's actually a smart thing. Now what is he trying to do? Trying to lock in a triangle hold. But I think Christopher James is going to try to pick him up. I mean, he did not get all of that, folks. But Christopher James, you got to applaud the effort. AJ Morgan is twice the size of this man. But as you can tell, how much did that take out of Christopher James? And how much did that take out of AJ Morgan, folks? Now both men slowly starting to get up, showing very heavy signs of fatigue. Some forearms, a comeback perhaps, and a big drop kick connecting from Christopher James to AJ Morgan. As he gets him up, we could be rearing the near. Wait a minute. Twist of hate. Twist of hate. And the pinfall for Morgan. 1, 2, 3. And AJ Morgan is now the #1 contender to face ADT for the AWL Heavyweight Championship, folks. Christopher James going straight to the back after this. What a hell of a fight, ladies and gentlemen. And this is, what the hell? Again, what the hell is going on? Bold statement from AJ Morgan. Wait a minute! Look behind! ADT, you son of a bitch!
New champion, huh?
Hitting him in the back of the head with that championship title. ADT with a cheap shot, ladies and gentlemen. Picking him up, and oh my God, do not tell me. He's gonna hit the changing of the tides, folks. Sweeps the leg, and oh my God, plants him right on his neck. This man, I can't believe the nerve of him.
I will always be champion. Don't fucking forget it.
Well, that's it for episode 3, folks. We will see you next week. Thank you for tuning in.